everybody, for our curly hairstyle of the week, we are creating beach wave hair with Bantu knots. We normally do this on freshly shampooed and conditioned hair, but today we're working on day 2 hair. Now we started off by spraying the hair with water before making medium sections. Next, we're applying some product to the hair. Now this all depends on texture. For her, a little goes a long way. I'm applying a light gel to each section to prevent frizzing later on. Now, if you read my blog, you'll know that I rarely use combs and brushes on curly hair, but in this case, I'm making an exception. And I'm using a wide tooth comb to comb through, beginning at the end of her hair and working up to the root. And then I'm going to follow up with a fine tooth comb just to smooth the hair out and prevent flyaways. We want this to be a smooth, kind of flowy style. Now, I hated this style as a child. My mom used to do this. We call it, back home in Jamaica, we called it chiney bump. And I didn't like it. And now that I'm older and I have a daughter of my own, I embrace it. I love it, and I want to pass along this tradition to her most importantly. So now I'm twisting the section, and next I'm going to wrap the hair around itself, and I'm going to neatly tuck it under. Now it's so important to focus a lot on the ends as well. Make sure you have enough product at the end of the hair, and wrapping around is pretty easy to do, just making sure that the ends is underneath. Now this is a great style to retain moisture, whether you wear it as protective styling or you just want to go out and just have fun with it, go ahead. Now the next day, it's time for the takedown. And as you can see, some of the Bantu knots have already unraveled, but that's okay. That's why I stress the importance of applying product and also having your little ones sleep with some kind of a satin bonnet to preserve the style. Now all I'm doing is separating each section, and notice that I am untwisting. So I'm twisting in the opposite direction of where I originally twisted the previous day. And this will prevent any tangles from happening, and it also prevents frizzing from occurring as well. But every once in a while, there is a knot or two that you may have to work through. And also note that the more you separate the hair, the fuller the volume. So she has a finer textured hair, so I separate as much as possible carefully, just to create that volume and that fullness. We want our hair to be flowy and fun. And again, here I am untwisting and gently separating, but there is a knot, and the way we get rid of that knot is pretty easy. We just add a little bit of product. In this case, we're adding some coconut oil. It's a lighter type of oil. It doesn't weigh her hair down. And then I'm just using my fingertips, and I'm just gently working through that knot carefully. And once I remove that knot, I just kind of smooth it out. And it's so important to avoid using any kind of comb or brush, because not only will you rip her hair out or just cause breakage, it's just going to ruin the style. So that's why it's just important. It just takes a little longer, but once you have it out, it's all good. So once you have the fullness that you want, you shake, fluff, and you're good to go.